This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is April 20th, 2022. We're performing a waste line and sewer line inspection from the 3.5-inch ABS plastic cleanout on the back garage wall. We are at 147 North Spark Street, Burbank, California. We're in the garage right now. We're just going to show the garage area. And this is our cleanout. We're going to set the camera right at the opening and zero out our camera monitor so we get a good accurate reading. We're going to insert our camera into the ABS plastic cleanout and run the camera through. I'm going to try and trace the line out as well, see where we do go. And the joints so far and the piping so far appear to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're going to pause for one quick moment and we're just going to locate this area. So we're going to pause. What was that, 2 foot 1? We located this area at approximately 2 foot 1 inches deep across the garage. So it's cutting across the garage floor and it's running out toward the other cleanout that is on the right side, right-hand wall of the garage. If you go in the garage, as you're facing the front of the house, it's on the right-hand side. And we're heading toward that cleanout right now. So we're going to continue running out, and there's an inlet right there. Joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. Another inlet. Continue to run out. Another joint. We have another joint right here, appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. So far the sewer line looks to be, as I said, in fair and maintainable condition. And we're running across. We're going to push in just a little bit more. That joint appears to be in fair condition. We're going to pause right before we make our drop right here in this turn, and we're going to locate this area. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we located this area close to the mainline sewer cleanout on the right-hand side of the property by the palm tree. Now we're going to push in, and we should be making a turn, dropping into a Y right there, and we're going to run out to the city sewer. If we can make it out, we're going to attempt to run out to the city sewer now. And we're in ABS plastic. We're going to transition right here to vitreous clay. We've got an offset in the vitreous clay. Got a little offset. It's not terrible, but it is an offset. And we're going to just push in right to the edge of the offset right here. We're going to go locate this area. We're going to mark this out with a flag. So we're going to pause for another moment. Okay, we located this area and marked this area with an orange flag at 5 foot 6 inches deep. And as you're entering the pedestrian gate from the sidewalk, it is to your right of the gate, and it's marked with an orange flag, 5 foot 6 inches deep. We're going to continue pushing out toward the street, and we are in vitreous clay now. And that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Huh? Yeah, that's the test tee area, which we're transitioning right here, right at the sidewalk area, to 6-inch vitreous clay, which is the lateral. And the homeowner owns the lateral from their property line, right by the beginning of the sidewalk, by the pedestrian gate, out to the city sewer tie-in connection in the middle of the street. Going to continue pushing in. So far the vitreous clay appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint as well as in fair and maintainable condition, as well as that joint. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. We believe this is newer vitreous clay with neoprene bands more than likely because it's lined up pretty well. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition, as does that joint. Go back. Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to have an offset. You can see an offset here, pretty substantial on the left-hand side, but there's no break, there's no root intrusion. Right now, we don't believe this will pose a problem in the near future. So we're going to push out now, and we're making our turn. We're going to go into the city sewer here momentarily. Usually this dropped, that's the saddle fitting, and now we're in the city sewer. You can see the water running below us. And we're going to rinse the camera lens off a little bit. And now we're going to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. We have a crack. And we did push back out. We're going to pause for one moment. Okay, we have a major crack. Okay, we've located this area, and we are in the middle of the street at approximately 6 foot 11 inches deep, and that's where the cracked and broken saddle fitting is. And then the next joint and the next fitting is a turn that is offset. We're going to pull back now. That's the saddle fitting that's cracked and broken. And then we have the next joint that's offset quite a bit. So those two fittings will need to be replaced. So we're going to continue pulling back now. We viewed all the other joints in the vitreous clay, and all the other joints appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition at this point. We didn't see an issue with any other joint. More than likely that's due to earth movement over the past. And the earth movement more than likely helped to offset the one fitting, and the one fitting being offsetted caused the crack in the saddle fitting. So we're going to continue to pull back. We'll pull back to our ABS plastic property sewer line. As I said, all the joints so far and all the piping appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. Now this is the 4 to 6 inch transition at the sidewalk area, but just on the property. And then we transition back to ABS plastic piping. Here we've got a couple lengths. There we go, and we're transitioning back to ABS plastic. We have a minor offset there. And that was just in the band in the connection. Get a little offsetting. They generally use a Fernco band or some type of rubber neoprene compound band that has a little bit of give, and maybe was not aligned properly, but that should not pose a problem. Now we're pulling back toward the waistline clean out in the garage area on the back wall of the garage.
How are you?
Continuing to pull back. And that was the clean out on the other wall, on the right hand side wall of the garage that we just passed. We're pulling back toward our waistline clean out on the back wall. pulling out of our waistline cleanout. And now we're going to relocate our camera to the opposite side of the house. We're going to run through a waistline cleanout on the other side of the house where it runs down along the right-hand side of the house and out toward the city sewer. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we relocated our equipment to the right-hand side of the house by the gas meter. And as you can see, you have cast iron that's coming out of the side wall of the house and then transitions to ABS plastic. And the ABS plastic should not be exposed to the sunlight, so that needs to be replaced with cast iron. And we are right at the top of the opening of the 3-inch ABS plastic cleanout on this side. So we can zero out our camera monitor again. We're right at the opening, and we're going to begin running through the cleanout to double check the sewer on this side of the house. We're in ABS plastic pipe and fittings. That joint appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition. And that joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition as well. Making a turn. Making another turn. All our fittings appear to be okay. We're holding back a little bit of water right here. As we drop in, we'll see what it looks like. Now we're underwater. Got a little bit of a flat spot right there. Nothing terrible. It's only a couple feet. We don't expect that to cause an issue. Now we're running out toward the front of the house, and we will run out all the way to the vitreous clay, and we'll take a look at it all the way to the vitreous clay. The ABS plastic piping appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time, as do the fittings. Coming up to another clean out that's in the grass area. There's a little palm tree, looks like maybe a lemon tree next to it possibly, and that's a clean out that's in the grass area. And we're going to push out past that. We're going to make a turn and make another turn, and now we're going to run out toward the vitreous clay. So far all the joints and all the piping appear to be in fair and maintainable condition, and again you have a little offset right here at the vitreous clay. We're going to pause right there, and we've already inspected this entire line out to the street from the other side of the house. We just needed to inspect this 60 feet of line from here. So I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back now. As I said, you get a little bit of an offset right there, just at the face. We're still able to get over it fairly easily, so nothing that I would worry about. It's just a little bit of misalignment in that neoprene coupling there. The water running now makes it a little bit more difficult to see, but we already viewed all of the ABS plastic piping and fittings on the way out, and everything appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Continue pulling out. Set all the joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. Pulling back toward our clean out next to the gas meter area. And we're out of our mainline sewer clean out on the right hand side of the house. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection.